Hi guys, it's Carl from Gaming Till Disconnected, and today I'll be giving you a review of the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB mechanical keyboard. Cherry recently introduced the MX RGB mechanical key switch, finally allowing mechanical keyboards to have the kind of colour customizability that so far has been restricted to membrane keyboards. We were sent the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB to see what advantages it can bring to gamers. Visually, the K70 is similar, if not identical to its previous iteration. The top of the chassis is made out of an aircraft grade black anodized brushed aluminium, with the Cherry MX RGB switches sitting on the top, as opposed to being recessed into the frame. Staying on the top, we find dedicated media keys on the upper right corner, with a very distinct scroll wheel to adjust the volume. Volume adjustment is determined by the speed of scrolling, meaning to slightly raise or lower the volume, you slowly turn the scroll wheel, and quickly flick it to have a greater impact on the level of volume which, to me, feels a lot more intuitive than the usual two-button method. To the left of the volume dial is a mute button, the LED indicators for num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock, with two more buttons, one to uniformly adjust the keybed LED brightness, and the other the Windows key lock, which now seems to be obligatory on gaming keyboards. The K70's braided USB cable is fairly large, and splits into two USB connectors. Due to the width of the USB cable, I'm very confident that it's not going to break, fray, or get damaged, at least not from regular use. The USB cable measures a length of 1.95 meters, so you should have plenty of cable, even if you have a tower on the floor. Unfortunately, there is no USB pass-through ability, which may be an issue for those using laptops or computers with limited USB ports. Next to where the USB cable comes out of the keyboard is a switch to set the polling rate of the keyboard to one of four options, or to activate BIOS mode. This is a special setting, which allows the K70 to work with older or legacy systems, during which full key rollover will be disabled. As the mode switch is out of sight, Corsair have helpfully made it so that the scroll lock indicator blinks to signify that you are in BIOS mode, but there is no indicator to tell you which poll rate you are currently using. On the underside you'll notice two sets of additional feet that allow the K70 to adjust to a variety of heights. However, two of these aren't rubberized, so the K70 has a tendency to slide about when you have it on a higher setting. The soft touch palm rest included with the keyboard clicks into place with very little effort, and it doesn't come loose if you adjust the positioning of the keyboard or lift it up, as it's temporarily connected to the keyboard's frame. Removing the palm rest is also very easy. I should also note that the palm rest has three rubberized feet to add to the stability of the keyboard. Our review sample of the Corsair Gaming K70 came with Cherry MX RGB red switches, but it is also available with Cherry MX blue and Cherry MX brown switches. The new RGB switches, however, allow you to choose from one of 16.8 million colours per key, as opposed to being limited to a predefined LED colour. If you look at the keybed from the side, you'll notice it has a slight arc that helps you reach the top level keys when gaming and typing. The keys also have a rubberized texture, with a slight contour that feels nice when typing, and also stops your fingers from slipping off when gaming. As each key is lit by its own LED, there is consistent lighting across the keyboard. However, due to the position of the LED in the Cherry MX RGB switches, keycaps with secondary characters do lose a certain amount of luminosity on their lower areas. Being a mechanical keyboard, the K70 is able to take advantage of full key rollover. This feature isn't particularly handy for day-to-day usage, but when you're gaming, it's incredibly useful. As with most mechanical keyboards, typing on the K70 RGB is absolutely delightful. Fast typers will rejoice from the clicking of the keys. It really makes it feel like you're getting things done. However, being a mechanical keyboard, the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB has the inherent problem of being loud. Although the Cherry MX red switches are the slightly quieter choice from the selection of switches, it's still loud due to the impact of the keys on the keyboard's base. The Corsair Utility Engine, or Q, has an appealing look. After messing around with it for a while trying to make sense of its very comprehensive set of features, I decided it was time to download the manual. I think Corsair could have done better with the intuitiveness of their software, so that the average user could quickly work everything out, but the depth of the features is impressive enough for me to almost forgive this. Q controls everything from the colour and lighting of the keyboard to key mapping. You can have a different colour for each individual key, or group keys together and have them change in unison. By default you are given three groups: All keys, WASD, and the arrow keys, but you can create your own groups as you see fit. You are also able to create profiles for different games and applications, such as Photoshop or Word, and once again, you are able to assign different lighting and colour layouts depending on the profile. However, Q also allows you to take it a step further by adding multiple modes to any profile. A cool feature with the lighting is the effects that you can assign to individual keys or groups of keys, and have the lighting effect play out when you press the assigned key or a key in the assigned group. However, After a few times of the effect playing out, some of the lighting effects got a little annoying and the novelty wore off. That being said, I still think it's a neat feature, and the level of detail you can go into per effect is quite impressive. Modes and profiles can also be imported and exported, allowing you to share your effects and try out other people's. By using the software, you can also increase the usefulness of Windows key lock. In addition to disabling the Windows key, you can also set it to disallow the task switcher and the shortcut for closing the active window. One thing which mildly irritated me was the update install process. You have to download the latest firmware update, find it using the file browser, and run it before updating the Corsair gaming software. I should also note that Q is used by the M65 gaming mouse and all other Corsair gaming peripherals, which is handy if you have more than one, as you won't have to download multiple software packages in order to customize your peripherals, and won't have extra background processes to run. The Corsair gaming software also uses up very little of your system resources, so shouldn't have any kind of noticeable impact. For those who want a colour customizable mechanical keyboard, the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB is currently the best one available. The premium materials and overall sturdiness, as well as the use of the world-renowned Cherry switches, make the hardware feel very premium. It's great to use and configurable enough to suit most people. The software is very comprehensive and covers a wide variety of features, and although there is a slight learning curve to begin with, the incredibly helpful user manual makes it very easy to get started. We'll have to wait and see what Logitech do with the G910 Orion Spark RGB, but if you want a fully colour customizable mechanical keyboard right now, I wouldn't have any qualms about recommending the Corsair Gaming K70 RGB. Well, that's another review. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to hit like, and if you want to see more of ours, then hit the subscribe button. We've got lots of really cool stuff coming up, and I'd love to share it with you. If you want to go the extra mile, then you can click on the Patreon button up in the top there, and where you can pledge as little or as much as you would like, for as long as you would like. Our videos will always remain free, but it just helps us out a little bit. Once again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.